stalking doesn't always begin with violence. Sometimes it starts with attention, a glance that lasts a little too long, a message that seems too thoughtful, or a compliment that feels rehearsed. That's how it began for Rachel Porter, a 32-year-old marketing executive in Seattle. Smart, grounded, independent, the kind of woman who planned her life down to the hour until someone else decided to live inside it. Rachel met Ethan Cole at a business seminar in March 2020. He wasn't extraordinary, average height, polite smile, quiet voice. He volunteered to take her photo during a networking event. Later, he emailed it to her with a note that read, "You don't realize how rare your kind of focus is." At first, it seemed harmless. She replied with a thank you. He responded within minutes. That's how it always starts. Reciprocity mistaken for connection. Within a week, Ethan followed her on LinkedIn, then Instagram. Then he appeared in her building lobby, just nearby for a meeting. A coincidence, he said. But coincidence, in the language of Stalker, is usually the first move. Ethan displayed what psychologists classify as an intimacy-seeking stalker. These individuals construct a relationship in their minds, a delusion of mutual affection that doesn't exist in reality. To them, every neutral act, a smile, a reply, a polite nod, is evidence of love returned. Ethan wasn't trying to meet Rachel. He was trying to merge with her. Within 2 months, Rachel began receiving small gifts, flowers, coffee mugs, notes left on her car windshield. The handwriting was neat, deliberate. "You shouldn't work so late. You look tired today. Take care of yourself." No name, but she knew. Instinct told her the truth before her mind could rationalize it. She went to police, filed a report, but there was no direct threat, no fingerprints, no proof. And in the eyes of the law, fear without evidence is still invisible. One night, Rachel returned home and found something on her kitchen counter, a framed photo of her, taken at the seminar where she met Ethan. Only this time, she was cropped alone, and the caption beneath, written in black marker, said, "Now you're mine." When police analyzed the apartment, there were no signs of forced entry. Locks untouched, windows secure. He had either picked them or had a key. Rachel changed apartments 2 weeks later. New address, new locks, new number. But obsession doesn't need directions, only memory. Because Ethan wasn't following her online anymore. He was following her everywhere. By autumn, Ethan's presence was constant. Rachel noticed the same gray sedan parked across the street, the same ringtone echoing outside her window. Sometimes, she'd wake up to see a shadow retreating from her porch light. She told her friends. They told her to stay calm. Victims always hear that. Stay calm. It's probably nothing. But to a profiler, the escalation was textbook. When stalkers realize they can't control attention, they control environment. Every unseen move is meant to remind the victim, "I exist and you can't stop me." Detective Maya Ruiz, Seattle PD, took Rachel's case in December 2020. At first, it was routine, a restraining order, security footage requests. But what she found was anything but routine. Ethan had installed a GPS tracker beneath Rachel's car bumper, a small, gray, magnetic unit linked to his phone. Forensic analysis later showed over 400 location pings in 90 days. Detective Ruiz ordered an arrest. Ethan was detained, questioned, released on bail. He smiled during interrogation. "Ethan, transcript, you can't arrest love. She knows me. I just remind her." Rachel moved again, changed her number, deleted social media, but she couldn't delete her fear. Every stranger's glance became suspicion. Every noise at night, a threat. Psychologists call this post-traumatic vigilance. It's not paranoia, it's survival. The brain rewires itself to anticipate harm. But Ethan wasn't done. His delusion was now collapsing. And when fantasy breaks, violence often follows. On February 12th, 2021, Rachel arrived home after work. Her door was open. Inside, chaos. Furniture overturned. And on the wall, written in red ink, "You ignored me." Ethan was waiting, hidden in her bedroom. He lunged as she entered. The struggle lasted seconds. Rachel fought back with a lamp. The neighbors heard the crash. Police arrived within minutes. Ethan was arrested on site, covered in blood. Rachel survived barely. At trial, the prosecution revealed a chilling discovery. Ethan had been stalking Rachel for 19 months. He kept a journal labeled, "R plus E equals forever." Inside, dates, times, and notes like, "When she smiles, she's saying yes. The silence means she misses me." To him, rejection wasn't rejection, it was foreplay. Profiler voice, classic erotomania, a delusional disorder where the individual believes someone, often unattainable, is secretly in love with them. Every barrier fuels the obsession. Every no deepens a fantasy. Prosecutors presented hundreds of messages, photos, and surveillance logs. Ethan had memorized Rachel's routine, every coffee order, gym visit, and phone call. He used social media posts to predict her schedule. He even disguised himself as a maintenance worker to access her mail. Detective Ruiz. He wasn't chasing love. He was chasing ownership. In 2022, Ethan Cole was sentenced to 25 years in prison for aggravated stalking, assault, and attempted murder. He showed no remorse. When the judge asked if he understood the harm he caused, he said, "I only did what love demanded." Rachel never returned to Seattle. She moved states, changed her name, and started a support group for victims of stalking. She once said in an interview, "People think it ends when they're caught, but the fear doesn't go to prison." Stalking isn't romance. It's control disguised as devotion. It's not passion, it's possession. And the scariest part isn't when they arrive. It's when they never leave. This is Criminal Mindset, where love becomes obsession and every smile hides a secret. Obsession isn't love, it's ownership. What do you think? Can obsession ever be mistaken for love? Or is it always control? Subscribe for more dark psychological stories where the mind becomes the weapon. This is Criminal Mindset, where every smile hides